Hi everyone, welcome back to another video on the channel. Thank you very much for joining me on this very sunny morning we've got here in the UK, in the southeast of England. Let's hope it stays that way through the video. My name is Warren Bennett. We've got Trev mooching around the garden somewhere. So this video is all about trying to fix an early extension. Now, trying to put this club in position and trying to kind of hold it is going to be difficult. So I'm going to give you a couple of positions, one at the top of the backswing and a feeling through the ball, which will guarantee this club to not early extend and throw and cast. So if you're suffering from a lack of distance or lack of speed, this video is good for you as well. Okay, so I'm just going to get the front camera set up and we'll get going before the sun goes away. Okay everyone, so thanks for sticking around and welcome to another video. Thank you very much for everyone's support during this July series. So if you're not sure what early extension is, you can see the angle from the front view between my left arm and club face, and we're going to lose that. So that's what early extension is. If you're losing that angle, you can see there coming down to the ball, instinctively after a period of time, if you're suffering from this, you're going to have to put the effort in, and that's going to be kind of limiting in terms of amount of distance you create and the speed you create. And what we don't want to do in golf, because it's got kind of a limited lifespan, is if you're putting in so much effort, that's going to plateau. You're not going to improve that strike, you're not going to improve your distance. What you're looking for golf, you're looking for this club and this angle to still be relatively similar from what you've got at the top of the backswing. If it's a little bit more acute, even better, and then you've got something to release. But what I'm a fan of is not being able to put it. Obviously there's exercises and drills that we can stop halfway down, but I like feelings to kind of give yourself the best chance for this club to actually work without you feeling it. And that's going to introduce a little bit more snap down the bottom and a little bit what I call natural speed without you thinking about it. Okay, let's get going. It's going to be one thought for the backswing, so I like the feeling of if you can set yourself up for success, which is the easy bit, and then on the downswing we're really going to kind of blow it out the water. Feeling number one, backswing. A lot of people who suffer from early extension have kind of a too dominant right side. You can see from the top of the backswing, you can see from the front view there, my right arm is too over the top of my left. Now, unless you're like a Jim Furyk and you've got this massive re-rotation, you're going to cast from over the top, because this right side is exaggerated, obviously. This right side is too high, and then it's going to be too high. And under speed, what this club's going to do is going to throw out too quickly. You won't be able to stop it. And that can be caused by tilting. And I see people who tilt, which is like kind of exaggerated, doing this. If you're doing this, that's going to put some massive effect. You're not going to be able to swing the club properly at the top of the backswing. So what I like to give people is the feeling of their right hand softening and bending, and you can see from the top of the backswing in front of them. It's not back here and high, it's kind of under, but it's governed by being able to coil. So what I mean by that is get everything moving, get your pockets twisting, get your torso, get your sternum here, all looking kind of 45 degrees, even longer. Obviously your shoulders turn a little bit more than that, but they're governed by the amount of twists they've got here. Really let this go, because if you've got the opposite and you're a slider and your right pocket goes out towards, there's only one place your arms are going to do. To create length, it's going to have to lift and you're going to be over the top, and there's your cast. So really twist your torso, twist your pockets, get your shoulders turned, and then from there your right arm's allowed to settle, and that's the key. It's allowed to settle. Because my body is twisted so far and my shoulders have turned now, it gives me this big gap for my arms to settle, because remember, to keep natural lag on this club, it's got to fall in front of your body, and you can't have your body facing the front camera at the top of the backswing, because on the downswing it's going to go too quickly, and your right arm can't fall in front of you. It's got to throw the club out for speed, and you're looking for the opposite of that. So big twist of the body, big twist of your belly button. Let your pockets, let your left knee kick in, as you can see from the front view there. Big twist around there. And you can see there, I've got a big turn, coil, turn, twist, whatever you want to call it. And my arms are only here, nice and short and wide, because they're allowed to be. The opposite, like I've said before, if you've got no coil, no twist, it's just a slide, it's exaggerated, it's a tilt. To create length from there, you've got to lift. And that's going to really put you in a position where you can't create that natural lag. So that's number one. Twist a lot. My head's allowed to move slightly, but I'm looking at it more dominantly with my left eye, and my arms are just in front of me. You can check it, look at my right elbow in front of my right shoulder there. It's not back behind me. So it's allowed now to drop in front of my body, and that's the second feeling, is let's really create the feeling of kind of allowing these arms to drop in front of me, and that's governed by one movement that I'm going to tell you now. Okay, before I get that, let's hit one. So let's really feel like a twist, and nice hands out in front of me. Lovely. It's all about blending these feelings up. It takes a little bit of time, like a dozen balls, half a dozen balls, not too many. You don't have to stand there for months. Okay, so let's get on to the second movement, and this is probably the biggest fault of an early extender. Even if you get into a half decent position at the top of the backswing there, if my waist gets closer to the ball, I have to throw the club out, otherwise I'm going to shank it, because I can't now, if my waist goes towards my toes and I stand up too quickly, I have got no room for my hands to drop down. So to get that club back to the ball over a period of time, I'm going to have to cast it. Like I said on the video maybe last month, so what you want to try and do, you want to get up to the top of the backswing, you want to try and get this waist moving backwards. You can see there, it's exaggerated, but what that's going to do is going to keep spine tilt. You can see it keeps my spine in the same position. And if I did the opposite, if I pull my waist out, you can see how much it straightens there from the behind view. And there's your cast. So to keep natural lag, because remember, what you're doing and what we're dealing with here is a part of the golf swing you can't feel. So I would say, let it be governed by other parts. And for this one, it's kind of your waist going backwards. It really kind of gets squatty and down into the ball. But it's governed by your waist going backwards, your waist going back. There we go. Allow this to kick in a little bit, but your waist and your belt buckle is going back away from you. There we go, and that allows this right arm, which you've now put it in position, you've given it the best chance to settle in front of you. And to do that, it's exaggerated by the way, I always do it for effect, keeping the spine angle, and it allows this arm to drop in front of you. It allows it to be bent still. What you don't want to do, remember, you don't want this right arm to be straight coming down. You want it to still be bent, but it happens under speed by getting your waist and getting your spine angle still over the ball. Let me show you. I'm going to really keep that spine angle to allow my arms to fall in the slot. Okay, let's give it another go. Engine room of your golf swing. Really get it in the correct position to allow this natural lag, as exaggerated, to happen. The more you get your bum going back, the more this kind of right arm's allowed to settle in front of you, just like that dumbbell exercise. That is the early extension buster. Head stays where it is, your head doesn't go back. Whoops, because that'll happen. It's just your waist going back. Really kind of gets that spine angle acute. Allows that arm to bend. Oh yeah, that felt good. Like I said, it's split second stuff. You won't be able to feel it. The only way you can do it is by breaking it down, good backswing, really kind of get your bum, like you're pulling it back, keeping your head as much as you can where it is, keeping your bum, getting your backside against the wall, as you can see there. Allow your arms to be nice and light, let them fall in front of you. You can see my right elbow now wants to fall in front of my body. It's not back behind me. If it's back behind your body under speed, it's going to get thrown out. That's why it's so important to have that backswing right first. Twist. That allows my right arm to fall in front of me under speed. Let's give it a go, no matter what club you're hitting. That felt pretty good too. Remember, fixing an early extension isn't about putting the club there. Remember, this club's travelling between 70 to 120 miles an hour, let's say, depending what club you're hitting. You can't hold it. So it has to be governed by other areas, and the engine room to your golf swing is your torso. And if you get your torso and your weight moving correctly and getting your spine angle, that's going to really have a massive influence about how this right arm, how your rear arm, whatever you call it, depending if you're right or left-handed obviously, how that is actually kind of being able to be governed on the way down. I can't feel that when I hit a full shot. So I'm just trusting that this club and my arms are getting kind of governed and influenced by other parts of my body. So give that a go. If you're suffering from an early extension, or if you just want to create a little bit more power and speed in your golf swing, and obviously that's going to have a big influence about the distance you're going to be creating, no matter what club you're using, Give that a go and I'd love to hear from you. Remember my favourite statement, find the one thing that cures four. It's basically finding the catalyst behind the problem, and that's the secret to good coaching, and that's the secret to consistent golf too. Okay everyone, so it's lovely to have you along for another video. Thank you very much for joining me once again. If you're a regular viewer, thank you very much for your continued support. And if you're new to the channel and you like the kind of look of the video and the kind of content I'm producing here, I'd love you to have along as part of the community, so please consider subscribing if you can, or just liking the video. That'd be a great help, so thank you very much. Okay everyone, so just for myself today, if you're playing golf today, have a great golfing day, and we'll see you tomorrow. Let's hope the sun's going to come out. Definitely not today anyway. Okay everyone, so thanks very much for your support, and we'll see you tomorrow. Cheerio!